Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you all for joining us for our new Edward J. Lewis, the Second Lawyers in the Classroom program series. For those of you who aren't aware, the Chicago Bar Association's Edward J. Lewis Lawyers in the Classroom program has existed for over 30 years. The program, which was originally a part of Constitutional Rights Foundation Chicago, involves me, Tiffany Watson, director of the program and former teacher and administrator, placing attorneys in second through eighth grade classrooms, social sciences and social studies and literature classrooms to teach students about the US Constitution, their constitutional rights, our legal system, and their rights and responsibilities under the law. Now, under the auspices of the Chicago Bar Association's 501c3 since 2019, the Lawyers in the Classroom program has continued to flourish. Attorney volunteers have partnered with teachers to provide students with grade level lessons and knowledge based on real life experiences, help them develop their critical thinking skills, and offer young people an opportunity to interact with a variety of positive adult role models. The purpose of this series is for you to learn more about our participants in the Lawyers in the Classroom program, i.e., attorney volunteers and teacher partners, while also learning about what they've experienced during our Lawyers in the Classroom visits. Today, we are speaking with another one of our attorney volunteers, Ms. Alexandra Wright. Alexandra is Senior Counsel of Labor Relations with Cresco Labs and responsible for advancing the company's labor strategy and other employee relations matters. And she has been an attorney volunteer with the Lawyers in the Classroom program for 2 years. And we're just so pleased to have you here. Welcome, Alex.
Hi.
So to get started, why did you decide to be a part of the Lawyers in the Classroom program?
Probably 2 or 3 reasons. So when I first came to Chicago, in 2013, I didn't do very much volunteering, and I'm not from here originally. But when I moved to a new area, it's really important to me to get involved in the community as much as possible, both so I can learn about my new environment, but also so that I can just give back. But I had my child in 2015 and was getting settled and all of that. So that took a little bit of a back burner. And as soon as I was able, I found this program. I was just so happy about it. I've always sort of gravitated towards programs where I could help children and families. I've been babysitting since I was 14 and worked in a daycare, and this seemed like the perfect marriage between my professional background as being a lawyer and my personal interests, again, helping children.
Excellent. And we're so pleased that you became a part of this program. I've actually seen you in action in both remote visits to the classrooms as well as in person. And your interactions with students are phenomenal. On top of your legal expertise, you just have a great way with the students, like relating to them and providing them extra examples to support kind of the curriculum that we have. So we really are pleased that you're a part of the program. What do you see as the benefit of the Lawyers in the Classroom program?
A few things. First of all of the teachers with whom I've been paired have been excellent. And I wish I could sit around and learn from them every day. So part of it is me getting the opportunity to sort of feel their energy and feel how they relate to their students. Of course, teaching children about the law, how to think about the law, how it's created, what their interaction with it will be, I think is super important, especially as, I don't remember being as aware of what was going on in the world when I was that young. But certainly now with the internet and social media and all of that, children are very aware of what's going on around them. And in light of that and recent current events, I think it's really important for them to understand how laws are made, who gets to decide what they mean, whether they get to have an opinion about it, who's right if there are different meanings, and all the things that you've put together in this program to, in the curriculum to walk them through, I think is just really, really important to them. In addition to, of course, seeing lawyers. I mean, seeing that there's, this is one possible pathway and the things that you can do with it.
Exactly. Thank you for that. And then I know you've visited quite a few schools, especially with only have been a part of the program for 2 years. You've been in a few schools, which is phenomenal. You're just you jumped right in from Mollison to Adam Clayton Powell. So you've done a few schools in just the 2 years you've been a part of the program. Can you highlight any specific times that stood out to you? Maybe any favorite experiences that you've had while you've been in the classroom?
Yeah, I will say first that I appreciate that we were able to keep this going during the pandemic in a remote fashion, but I adore being in person. I mean, that was when I started, was it 2019? And I got to go into the classroom. That was my favorite because feeling their energy and being around them in person, there's nothing like that. But having said that, actually my favorite experience is recently, and I think it was second grade. One of the modules have, so we get to sort of role play the lesson where they were, some of them were a landlord, some of them were a tenant, some of them were, I think, a lawyer, and some of them were a judge. And
Yeah.
we breakout groups, and I decided to call them. I mean, I had the list of their names, so I was calling them judge, and their name, and they loved it, and really they really stepped into their role. And these are second graders, but they stepped into the role as judge, and you could see them light up when I called them judge in their name. And that was just my favorite.
That was the no pets allowed lesson.
That's right.
Yeah, yeah, the kids really love that. Yeah, well, that's awesome. Well, definitely, we're so grateful that you were able to speak with us more about the program, and I'm excited that you've really enjoyed the program. But we're mostly excited that you were able to utilize your expertise as part of this program, and then also the way in which you relate to the students. Again, it's been phenomenal. So thank you again for being a part of the program. And thank you again for being here today during our series.